what an incredibly busy week.
Yeah, a lot has happened. Every time I thought I knew where the week was going, I didn't. Lots of changes.
Yeah, it was definitely like a week that exemplifies the expect the unexpected motto,
Yes.
you know? Because what we're seeing this season is that there's a lot of gameplay happening, and not sure if it's good gameplay, but there's a lot of it happening.
You got that right.
There's a lot of players playing, and I really enjoy that because it feels like everyone has had their fair share of their fingers in the cookie jar.
Yeah, at least everybody's trying to play the game. It's definitely not a boring season of Big Brother, but it is definitely like, I'm like, I don't know who's a genius here.
I don't think any of them are.
I don't think anybody's genius.
Yeah, because like there's various points where I was like, oh my god, Keanu is such and such. He's doing so and so. I'm so impressed. And then like something else will happen where I'm like, oh, I don't even know if he's doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, obviously, a lot of these, like, unless you're a trained Big Brother professional like Rachel, you're not really going to have like a game plan for when you enter the house, and you're definitely not going to be able to execute whatever game plan. You are going to have a game plan, but you're not going to be able to execute it perfectly.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of people throughout like the introductory interviews be like, I'm going and I'm going to do this, and this is how I'm going to play, and I'm not afraid to use my body.
And then they get in the house and they're like, ooh, a boy.
Yeah. Or they're like, ooh, a girl. Or, ooh, 12 alliances.
Or they're like, grr, a boy, or grr, a girl.
Yeah.
That is actually kind of how most seasons of Big Brother kicks off. It's either like someone really likes somebody and other people don't like that, or someone really hates somebody.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting because we've also been rewatching Big Brother 10, and we're watching like very early gameplay where people didn't know how to really strategize yet. And then you have Dan Giesling come in being like, I'm going to pretend to be a little wounded bird and they're not going to see a thing come in.
And he legitimately feels like the whole time he was like operating from like a bird's eye view, playing a video game. He felt like he had like no emotional attachments whatsoever.
Yeah.
He just has that dead-eyed Dan Giesling look, man, where he's just like, he's sitting there smiling, but he's never actually felt what happiness felt like,
He's never felt a single emotion in his life. He's not a real human being.
Yeah, it feels like when like your baby is mimicking you saying fuck, they don't really know what they're saying.
Yeah.
But they just want to be like you. That's what I feel when I watch Dan Giesling.
Yeah,
he's trying to be like a human.
Yeah, he's trying to be a person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what was I mean, without further ado, welcome back to Sooki Sooki, the world's first Big Brother and Traders sports pod. I don't like how I did that.
Do
I
it
want to
again.
do it again.
More zest.
There's more zest. Okay.
More zest.
Welcome back to Sooki Sooki, the world's first Big Brother and Traders sports podcast.
I want to come up with a jingle for us.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah.
Dude, the president's jingle that you and Katie did, something like that would be so great for our podcast.
Yeah.
I'm going to put a snippet of that.
It doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, for real?
We burned it from the internet. Somebody has it probably somewhere, but we don't need to talk about that.
Okay. Well, yeah, so like we started talking about, this week was jam-packed with activities. In fact, so much so that I actually confused this week for 2 different weeks.
A lot happened this week that it feels like, oh my God, like, what? We're still not even at jury?
Yeah.
Crazy.
We're at week 4. That's wild.
Yeah.
But like there was so much stuff that happened that halfway through the week, I was like, I felt like there's been 2 HOHs and there's been 2 vetoes and there's been like 2 of everything already this week because so much has happened.
Not to like shit on this season at all, but I just had this thought that like, remember how last season every veto got used?
Yeah.
I feel like they keep pushing this narrative of like, they keep being like, will the veto get used again? It's been used every single week. But that's just because Keanu keeps winning it and obviously pulling. People keep winning it and pulling themselves off the block. Of course, it's going to keep getting used every time somebody on the block.
I don't think we're ever going to see what happened last season.
I know, but it feels
again.
like they're really trying to push. Like,
I mean, they want it to be exciting.
Look at it. It's the same. It's different, but same, but different, but new, but same.
Nobody will ever capture like the feeling of watching Angela receive that first veto that she did not win. You know,
or the
when
feeling
she was like,
of watching her cry on the floor over her charcuterie.
oh yeah,
Unhinged.
We're not here to talk about 26. We're here to talk about 27.
Yeah.
And the week kicks off with the HOH competition. So last week, Adrian goes home. He was kind of like a sacrificial lamb to a bunch of to a really bullshit nothing burger week.
I don't understand why he went. I mean, I do understand because I wouldn't be able to vote out Will, but I'm also like, God, man, how did we get here?
I think it's purely because Ashley and Mickey have Will's back, and I don't think anyone really has Adrian's back, you know?
Yeah, people like Adrian, but also like I know, and I've said this, if I were in the Big Brother house, I would have a hard time voting for Will.
Yeah, exactly. So unfortunately, Adrian goes home, and we're all sad about that. And he did nothing wrong. He was like, this was the most bystander death I've ever seen in Big Brother, where it's like nobody wanted him to go, and and also like, yeah, nobody wanted him to go, and there was no reason for him to be on the block, and he didn't do anything to be on the block,
Right.
So it was just kind of unfortunate. So they roll into the new week, and when we were rolling into the new week, I was like, oh God, please, please. Let somebody other than their side win a competition or win an HOH. I was so ready to see like Riley or like Keanu or anybody else who's not like a part of that Rachel, Jimmy conglomerate.
I feel like Kelly would have been interesting.
Oh yeah, I don't even know what she would do at all.
I don't think even she know what she would do.
I think she would do whatever the most recent thing somebody told her to do was.
Yeah, well, I mean, she's got a large pool of people to also choose from because she's been nominated by literally everybody.
That's true. I feel like she's at a point in her game where there's no such thing as blood on her hands anymore.
I don't know. If she volunteered for the block, does it, like, count? Can she still nominate those people?
That's a good point. I guess they would feel a little weird about it.
Yeah.
Because they'd be like, you
nominated.
Yeah, you volunteered.
I didn't say I would do it back.
Yeah. I never said I would return the favor.
I don't know. That could be weird, but yeah.
It doesn't matter because her ass didn't win.
No.
It was Riley who pulled it out.
Yes. It was like a balance. We saw this competition. We've seen this competition before where they have to like run on a balancing beam and like hit a bunch of buzzards around.
Yeah. It was the Candyland competition last year. Yeah, like last season, Mackenzie, she took a big tumble during the Candyland.
I don't even remember last season, but I believe you. I do remember multiple people eating shit.
I remember so like weird specific things about Big Brother. Like I remember specifically her checking her skinned elbow as she was walking away from the Candyland set. Anyway, totally unimportant. Just a little glimpse into like, you know, what's going on in here all the time.
Yeah.
It's just random trivia.
Randomness.
By the way, is there something, when you were a kid, do you remember anything that's more hurtful than being called random?
Booger eater. Because that like sticks with you.
Yeah, but that one is kind of that's your doing. You know?
never ate it, booger.
Oh, yeah?
Okay, maybe in like kindergarten.
So the HOH competition takes place and Riley wins. And he's so happy to win because it kind of felt like their side needed it. Not that they really even have a side, you know?
Yeah, I'm not really even sure who's working together because everybody kind of has ties together, or it's just kind of clear who they're not working with.
Yeah, it kind of seems like most people are targeting Keanu. And yeah, it's very unclear like who's really working with who. You know, it seems like everyone kind of has their hands in each other's pockets.
Yeah,
like Zach is both working with like Vince and also working with Ava and also kind of talking with Morgan and also seems to be like in good terms with Keanu and Riley, like as a bros alliance type deal.
Yeah, and I feel like Lauren is working with Zach, but I don't know that she's also working with like Riley and Keanu, but I know that she's not working with Mickey and Morgan and that whole side.
And we had the Burger Boys alliance, which was
What died? Zay's gone, and then obviously at the end of this week, Jimmy will be gone. Was Jimmy a part of that alliance?
I don't think so. Maybe he was. I think, yeah.
I don't know.
I can't remember.
I don't know. It feels like, I don't know. I never take any alliances that are formed in like the first couple days too seriously because I'm like, that one was formed in the first week because it still had Zay. I feel like any alliance formed in the first week is likely to die or not exist.
That's true. I mean, I think like alliances, much like marriages, are more likely to die than not.
Mm-hmm.
And so the earlier you make them, the less rooted in like a actual foundation they are, the more likely they are to fail. So it makes total sense because it's really just a war of personalities when you form an alliance with somebody.
Yeah.
And because everyone is kind of like porously looking into every little action and word, like I don't even think Jimmy was like, doing that much scheming. I think he just looked the part.
He had also the same game going on as Vinny.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think he had less alliances than Vinny. Vinny has so many. I think it's just also that he was at the center of a lot of drama, and largely connected to Rachel.
Yeah, for sure. And I really just feel like, because Jimmy didn't always feel like he was completely all in with the triple threats, that they were just looking for excuses. They were looking for reasons.
Yeah, we'll get into that. So we see Riley win this competition and very excited.
Yeah.
It's already stirred up some trouble because we've seen like that he's closely aligned with Keanu, and we saw Keanu. They did the game.
Though? I don't know.
I don't know. They were at least like trying to be on the same side of the vote, which was get Will out and keep Adrian.
Yeah, they're on the same side of the vote, but like, yeah. Anyway, I'll talk about it later when it becomes relevant.
But I mean, we see them talk together after Riley wins.
They're definitely friendly.
HOH. They're definitely friendly. They're not. They're at least on the same side of the house. I don't know that they're working together, but they're on the same side. We see Keanu earlier in the HOH competition eliminate a bunch of people, which were who did he eliminate?
Will, Ashley, Mickey, and Jimmy.
Okay, yeah. So obviously, like Riley winning that side of the house is a little bit like, they're a little bit like clenching their buttholes. They're like, I don't know about this. I'm not safe.
And then a very pivotal conversation happens between Zach, Keanu, Riley, and I think it was Catherine.
Yeah, I don't know, but I know at this point, like, Zach is probably trying to like do damage control. Like both him and Vinny are obviously have fucked over that side of the house and now have to do damage control. So yeah, Zach has some sort of conversation that Riley is also involved in.
Yeah, and basically Keanu puts it out there that Riley should target. I don't think Riley ever personally said it.
He did.
He did?
He said, I would put up Mickey, Morgan, Ashley.
Right. So he says these words to Zach, and Zach takes them and runs to his mommies.
Yeah. They also mentioned, like, oh, we know there's still a power out there. We think it's either Mickey or Ashley.
Yeah.
Already they're assuming one of them two has it. And then, Zach flips over to the girls' side very quickly.
And I don't think it was a hard decision for him to make because he said he just didn't want to put Lauren at risk of like breaking the vote the previous week.
Yeah, he didn't.
So he's clearly just going whatever way is best for him and Lauren.
Yeah, I also think like he's kind of in a good position, and we'll get to it when we get to our discussion topic, which will be so exciting.
I know. I'm so
and this is kind of a sneak peek, but he's very well insulated, and I feel like he knows that the power is with the girls, but he's got good enough relationships still with the guys that I feel like they're not really even gonna target him. But yeah, he's kind of playing both sides.
And let's not forget, he won the first power and everybody, I'm at least according to the cut they're giving us, everybody has completely forgotten that he has a power.
Nobody knows that he has a power. They just think he has $10,000.
Oh, do they not know that he has a power?
Yeah, he got that in secret. I don't know who he's told, if he's told anybody. But as far as I know, he's told nobody that it comes with a power.
That seems kind of unfair.
Yeah. I mean, it is not fair that like when he uses it, the HOH has no say.
Yeah.
It should have been like either or.
Oh,
like
yeah,
either
that's what we're debating.
they should know about it, or they should not have to accept
They can't
it.
know about it, though.
Yeah.
If they know about it, then like the power kind of becomes useless. So.
Also, like if I'm there, I'm gonna be like, I want to win and get the $10,000. I'm fucking put up Zach, get that money.
Part of me is like, Zach doesn't really even have to do all this. You know, like I feel like he's inadvertently putting some sus on him by delivering information back and forth like this.
He is,
know?
But remember, he did say, which if I also had these reasons, I would also do the same thing. I would go run and tell the whole side of the mountain. I'd be like, "He's coming for you." Remember, he said, "I'm pretty sure Mickey has power."
Yeah.
And I'm safer if she's HOH than if Riley's HOH.
Oh, that's right. He did say that.
Yeah, because at this point, like, I think Zach's not really at risk if Riley puts him up, because Riley's even said Morgan, Mickey, and Ashley are the people I'd put up. However, Riley does know Zach lied to him, flipped on a vote. He is still potentially a viable option to go up on the block. So Zach just felt safer with Mickey.
Yeah, and I like that he had an intentional choice. I just feel like with the power that he still has in his pocket, I just feel like with the power he has in tow and with the relationships that he's built in the house, I really feel like this going back and forth and him being the direct deliverer of the information, specifically such like important game-changing information. And obviously it may not catch up with him, because it, like, Riley in his head, he could just be like, oh, Mickey just probably felt threatened, you know, like just without anyone even saying anything to her.
Yeah, I mean, that stuff usually comes to bite people in the butt. So it remains to be seen. We'll see if it comes to bite him in the butt or not later in the game. But
yeah,
for now, he's pretty like well insulated.
I just mean, yeah, for sure. His game right now is safe, but I just feel like, you know, later down the line, if Riley starts thinking to himself, like, why did Mickey start thinking that I was going to put her up as soon as I said that to Zach?
Yeah, I mean, if Riley finds out who gave that information to Mickey, then he's going to, you know, not be so worried about Mickey, be more worried about Zach.
Yeah. So, yeah, Mickey feels really threatened by what's going on. And to remind everybody at home, 2 weeks ago, Mickey won the power to take over somebody's HOH. And the HOH's only counterplay to this is they get to interview everybody in the house, meaning talk to them, and then they get to make a decision on who they think the person who took over their HOH is. And if they guess correctly, then everything gets it gets returned to normal, basically. And so Mickey chooses to use his power, and she takes over Riley's HOH, and Riley kind of does his rounds around the house and starts interviewing people. And it seems like a lot of people are positing two likely outcomes, which is Mickey and Ashley.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. And like while watching it, I was like, it seems like all the more sensible people are saying Mickey. You know, everyone's like being relatively honest.
So many people said Mickey. Even Vinny, who was like, I want Ashley on the block because I know she's coming for me, but I'm pretty sure Mickey has this power.
Yeah, I just feel like nobody felt the need to lie on her behalf. You know, it's not like her preserving her power is helpful for anybody besides her and Morgan.
Well, nobody knows for sure that she has it outside of Morgan, and then we see Mickey go run to Rachel and be like, I need you to do some fake acting,
which didn't even end up mattering.
No, it didn't matter. No, it didn't do anything.
It would have been cool if it did matter.
And then we see Zach go upstairs and be like, no, Ashley has it, and he's like, pretty sure Mickey has this, but obviously he gives his reasonings again, and he's like, I'd rather her be HOH, so I'm gonna try to dissuade Riley from thinking it's Mickey. And Mickey's got a pretty good poker face, and Ashley is just kind of like unintentionally
And it's crazy because she's a lawyer. You think the lawyer would have the good poker face, but I guess event curation demands somebody with an iron hand.
Maybe, yeah. Get things done on a timeline.
You need a spine of steel to work in the event curation
You
business.
probably do, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, low-key, she's crushing it.
Yeah.
Besides one little thing that happens later, one little big, ginormous thing.
Well, we have some opinions on how this week goes.
So Riley chooses Ashley at the end. I'm jumping ahead a little bit. I'm sorry.
No, I was just about to say that.
Okay, so Riley chooses Ashley at the end because of during their interaction, she kind of starts giggling out of nowhere.
She's just like weird, and she has like a resting, smiling face.
Yeah, so she starts like smiling and giggling, and Riley is like, "That's a dead tell that she is." That she's.
He's like, "There's no way she's this happy, and there's no way my jokes are this funny." She must have the power.
But then I'm like, follow your own logic there. If you don't think she's discreet enough to hide her power now, why would you think that she was discreet enough to hide her power for 2 whole weeks? You know?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't. They were like, she's acting too weird. I'm like, she's been acting weird the whole time. She's just weird.
Yeah. So I'm like, the logic isn't logicking there. It felt like Mickey was so odd. Like,
who has the ability to keep it a secret for this long?
Obviously, the girl who hasn't smiled one time.
Yeah. Yes, literally.
But anyway, Riley chooses wrong. And then he blows a fuse.
Yeah.
And he's like, I want to talk to my daddy. I want to talk to my daddy right now. I can get to talk to my daddy for 4 weeks. This is the most I ain't never talked to my daddy.
I feel like his accent isn't even that thick, but I want to pretend that it is.
It's not that thick at all. He's really, he sounds very normal.
Yeah, he loses it, and then he's like, I wasn't even going to put you up.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, yes, he was going to put her up. And Keanu's like, no, this is so bad
I genuinely
for me.
felt like he believed that in the moment, though. Like,
When
I feel
he
like
said it,
yeah,
he believed that he wasn't going to put her up.
Yeah.
Even though he had previously said he was going to put her up.
Yeah. I don't think he's like a very strategic human.
No, I think he's just dumb.
I think he likes whoever's in front of him.
Maybe?
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know.
Doesn't matter. He's not very interesting to me right now.
No. So he loses his HOH. He flips out.
Yeah.
He mad.
He cusses. He does dirty words.
He does.
He was over there doing dirty words.
He does bad words.
Yeah. And Mickey then has to decide who she wants to put up. And it's a pretty obvious decision given everything that's happened so far.
Right.
We know Keanu's going up. That's almost like a given at this point, you know? We know Kelly is probably going up.
Yeah, well, Kelly approaches Mickey and is like, it's my birthday, please no. Which, like, I do feel bad for her because she's perpetually been on the week, but you can't be like...
Been on the block, you mean?
Yeah, she's been on the block week after week, but you can't perpetually be like, I'll go up, I'll go up, I'll go up. Hey, I don't want to go up anymore. Like, it's like kind of like,
I think
awkward.
that's fair. Like, I feel like she didn't know what she signed up for, and then after sitting on the block
well, that's
week
her fault, though, for having
yeah.
to chat GBT the game.
I'm not saying she's not wrong for like she should have done more research. If
Yeah.
you're new and you're going into the Big Brother show, do some research, man.
I'm always gonna think it's hilarious when she was in the diary room. Like you could tell she'd just cried, and then she was like, apparently pawns go home. I didn't know this. I've never been on TV before.
I'm supposed to expect the unexpected.
Apparently, Julie Chen Moonves says to love one another.
Yeah, but she did say something this week that made me respect her more. Where later on, when Mickey reveals who she really puts up, which are Keanu, Kelly, and Riley, and she kind of sells it to Riley as like, we need Kelly to beat Keanu in the mental competitions, and you don't really have a brain, but you got a good body.
Yeah.
You ride those bulls.
We've seen you win stuff.
And we need you to ride this bull, okay? And Riley was like, I do ride bulls. And then he gets hyped up.
Like, I will protect Catherine.
Yeah.
Must protect the princess.
Yeah, because he didn't want Catherine to go up in Keanu's stead.
Yeah.
If Keanu wins the veto. So he's okay with being on the block. And then, so like, Kelly gets put on the block by Mickey, and then Mickey approaches her and is like, oh, so, you know, you're not going to use it, right?
Yeah, that was so freaking stupid. I don't know why Mickey was like, "Oh, you're not going to use the veto."
And Kelly was like, "No, the whole point was that you wouldn't put me on the block."
Yes.
and then Mickey was like, "Bet, okay."
And she's like, "All right, then I guess I'll win." And then we get to the veto competition. It's it feels like a piano tiles game that you play on your phone.
Oh yeah.
But in real life,
it's the one where you have to guess whether it's left or right.
Yeah, and you have to remember the pattern, follow the tiles. We saw it last season.
Dude, I was so entertained by this competition.
I actually really love this competition.
I think it's so funny how everybody was just panicking while Keanu was just Terminatoring.
He was moving so slowly, and then everybody else was just like...
And I think how slow he was moving was making everybody panic.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Slow is steady and steady is fast. That's what he says. Yeah, and he was right because he wins.
Yeah. He ends up freaking winning the veto. I feel bad because there's not a hush falls over the crowd.
I know, and we don't see everything that goes on, but the way it was edited was like nobody was clapping, no one was happy.
They edited cricket sounds in.
That was the first time I've ever seen that happen in Big Brother. Like usually people are fake at the very least, you know?
I've seen it happen on some of them.
Everybody not clapping?
Yeah, like think about Rachel's season if she won. Like people
Brendan
would be
would clap.
Yeah, but just Brendan. Yeah, nobody clapped for Keanu.
Nobody clapped, bro. Not even Riley, not Catherine.
Yeah.
That was pretty messed up. And so he kind of lashes out at Ava. He's not even really that much. He just goes, don't you have a prompt?
He's like, I believe you have a prompt to read.
And then Ava goes full like
she's like, don't talk to me like that just because I dress like this.
Don't talk to me like that.
Don't talk to me. Okay, she's from Boca Raton, Florida, and her name is Lindsay Hubbard. She's like, don't talk to me.
Don't activate me.
Don't
you
talk to me like
activated.
that just because I dress like this. Don't talk to me like that. She goes, bitch, you think I'm well? Fuck you, bitch, with your hi, Dorinda. How are you? I'm not well, bitch. She becomes
I'm not doing well, bitch.
Yeah, she turns into Dorinda Medley.
Yeah, and that was really sad for Keanu. I genuinely feel bad for the guy because I feel like Jimmy just decided, I'm going to make this guy my enemy, and then he fucked him over.
Somehow everybody followed.
Well, I'm sure Keanu, like, after he became the target, he was like, fuck it, I don't really have to be, I don't have to maintain, like, good relations with these fucking people anymore.
Yeah, he didn't help himself by saying, I'm going to pick you off one by one, which is like the whole point of Big Brother is to like pick everybody off one by one, remind you.
We're not supposed to say it. We're all supposed to pretend we're best friends.
And we're also not seeing like how annoying he is, like how much he follows everybody around. Like we saw him follow around Ava a lot in one edit.
Yeah.
You know?
But like even the stuff where like last night we watched the Big Brother, what was it called? Overloaded or something. Mm-hmm. It's the
Unlocked, Big Brother Unlocked.
Big Brother Unlocked. It's the behind the scenes where they show us more shit. Mm-hmm. And they were like, oh, Keanu always finds a way to step in it. And then they just show Rachel being like super mean to him for no reason.
Yeah, she was like cleaning a toilet and I guess there was pee on the floor and she just immediately assumed it was Keanu.
Yeah, and then
somebody told Keanu. And
Keanu was literally sleeping.
And then Keanu came in and was like, sorry, you keep trying to add to the story. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying that Keanu was sleeping when all of this was going down.
Yeah,
and the first thing he hears when he wakes up is that, like, Rachel's saying that he pissed in the shower.
Yeah, he's like in a dead sleep, like,
yeah.
And somebody's like, Jimmy.
It was
Keanu. Rachel said you pissed all over the fucking floor.
I didn't say it was Rachel.
And then Keanu gets up and is like, why are you telling people I peed on the floor? And she was like, God damn it, Keanu. I'm a 40-year-old single mother. I'm a 40-year-old single mother of 5, and I'm scrubbing the tiles on my fucking hands and knees.
It was Brendan then.
Whatever. Brendan's whatever.
Brendan's one of her kids.
Brendan is her Brendan's her fucking giant-ass son. Her 40-year-old son that she has to carry on her back.
Like, the reaction was not matching what was causing it, you know?
But maybe she's just tired.
He just goes over to her and he's like, hey, Rachel, can I talk to you? And she's like, what the fuck do you want? Stop harassing me.
was like, how dare you? How dare you while I'm scrubbing your
God.
urine off our shower?
I know, it's so, and he was like, dude, if you don't want to clean the shower, just get out. I'll clean it.
And he was like, I'll clean it. And then she just like throws off her gloves and stomps out.
I feel like people have just decided that they don't like him and they're being mean to him. And he's honestly handling it better than I would handle it.
He did also then like go and cry to Ava and be like, I'm sorry. And he like cried tears.
Yeah. It made me feel bad because I was like, yeah, it feels bad to be alone in the house.
Yeah, that house, like, it's so hard when you are the target because there's also an added element of isolation.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to talk to you or be around you or be associated with you because it's bad for their game.
Yeah. I mean, like, this is kind of like what happened to Devin, you know? You remember Devin? He was just like a big physical threat.
Devin was like, put himself in a way worse situation than Keanu.
Right. That's what I was going to say is that, like, it feels very much like Keanu didn't deserve to be put in this position.
I don't feel like he's in as bad of a position, though. Like, there are people who still talk to him.
We didn't get to that part yet of why he's not in as bad a position.
Oh, yeah. Well, we did say he ends up winning the veto, right?
He wins the veto. Everyone's crickets.
Dramas.
He says something snarky to Ava. Ava flips out. He cry. She pat him on the back half-heartedly. She's like, why am I comforting you? You are mean to me.
Yeah.
And then, so now Mickey has to decide a replacement nominee.
Yeah.
And now whoever's on the block is probably feeling a lot less good about being on the block. And I'm sure Riley's afraid that it's going to be a Catherine Riley situation. And then Rachel is sitting with Mickey and Morgan and a couple of other people. I think Jimmy was there. And she was like, you know, it would be a kind of a big move, you know, like don't waste your HOH on Catherine. That would be, you know, be a real resume stacker is if you put up Vince.
Yeah, because he is trying to be everybody's bestie.
Yeah, and I think everybody already knows it. Everybody has already caught. They've already caught on to Vince's game. They're just not super threatened by him yet.
Yeah.
He's as much as he's in everyone's pockets, it doesn't really feel like anyone is super loyal to him.
Yeah.
So it's not like he's really, you know, controlling the house or swaying the vote or anything.
He's well liked though. Like he kind of ran like Lauren's HOH. So he does have a little bit of
If
power.
he ran Lauren's HOH, ChatGPT could have ran Lauren's HOH and came up with the same result.
I didn't say he ran it well.
I'm just saying he gave her like the safest options.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody knows at this point.
Yeah. Vinny's got his hands in a lot of cookie jars.
Yeah.
But they're just, you know, so Rachel kind of posits it'd be a good move to pick him off, which I actually totally agree with. I think it would be a great move at this point in the game to try to get rid of him because you don't want to give him a chance to try to like actually start winning.
Yeah.
And then now people actually have to be nice with him, and he has a foot in the door with a lot of these people already.
Yeah, and letting him have power would almost be like letting a blind person have a gun because you're like, I don't know where they're gonna shoot.
So anyway, I do think it would be a good move. And Vince, I don't know if he has a sixth sense for this type of shit, but he goes to Mickey and to talk to her shortly after this.
Yeah.
And Mickey is just like not looking at him the whole time.
Yeah, she's like,
oh, I can't lie to you. That thought has crossed my mind. You know, I'd lie to you if I, you know, didn't consider it.
No, literally, she was like, I have considered you. And he was like, oh, fuck. It's his whole life flashes before his eyes. He's kind of similar to Dan Giesling in that he's so ready to crumble and be like, I'm a weak bitch, boy. You don't want to put me up. You don't want to put me up. Yeah, I'm a weak bitch boy. You can't put me up.
But he like means it.
Yeah, no, he means it.
He shows his ass and he means it.
Yeah, yeah. He's like
Dan Giesling is playing a part of like someone with a soul.
Dan Giesling is showing you his ass, but then if you look underneath, it's not really his ass.
Yeah, and if you look in between his ass cheeks, there's actually teeth there.
Yeah, literally.
I'm so scared of Dan Giesling, dude. If I ever saw him like in a dark alley, I
was scared of him, and then he became human on Traders, and I was like, "You're not amazing in all environments."
Yeah, he kind of was past his prime at that point. Anyway, this isn't about Dan. Mickey has to make a decision. Vince is in the room. He's under a lot of pressure. He is very intuitive. He senses when things are, you know, hot for him.
Yeah.
So he's immediately in panic mode, trying to figure out what his out is in this situation, and then what little tidbit of memory does he happen upon?
He's like, Jimmy has thrown you guys under the bus.
So
Jimmy
earlier,
is working with everybody.
when it was right after the HOH, Riley's HOH, or it was right after Keanu won the veto, where Jimmy basically says, everybody in this room, meaning Kelly, Keanu, Jimmy, and Vince, whatever happens next week, they need to vote the same way against them. He said against them. And so Vinny, when he senses his next on the line, immediately offers up this information. He's like, here, take it. And obviously Morgan and Mickey have had irked feelings about Jimmy since his HOH week because of how he conducted himself and how he didn't consult them. So they were pretty much ready to get his ass out.
Yeah, plus Morgan is closely aligned with Vinny and was not wanting Vinny to be on the block because she was like, it's good for me to have Vinny. And Mickey was like, well, Vinny's going to put me up before he puts you up. So that's why I want to put up. They're having a very open dialogue, which I love about their relationship.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I know the exact moment you're talking about. It's they're both looking at the HOA TV and they both got their arms crossed and they're in succession mode. You know?
Yes, they're in succession mode. They're building an empire.
Yeah.
And Morgan's like, no, Jimmy. And then Mickey is like, okay, but I'm not going to let him know he's going up until right before the veto. And then he comes up and she's like, by the way, I know that you're working with a lot of other people. I've heard your name a lot. And
I feel like Jimmy's actually he handled himself well in the circumstances.
He's not that bad.
He gave a good speech and he really tried to campaign for himself all week. And it did feel like he had a chance.
Yeah.
You know? And we get to the vote, and it did they kind of made it seem like people were starting to think that, okay, Mickey's kind of a loose cannon. Why would she put up Jimmy? You know?
Yeah.
It doesn't benefit me at all for Jimmy to leave right now. Maybe we'll do this instead. Doesn't end up mattering. It ends up being 2 votes for Jimmy and 11 against or 10 against. I can't remember.
Can't remember the amount, but yeah. And the eviction ceremony was crazy. I mean, you had people stopping each other and having long conversations in the hallway. Rachel, you had Ashley try to go in and change her vote, and then Julie was like, no, Mother Julie, no.
So Rachel and Ashley were the only two on the...
yeah, he only had 2 votes.
Yeah, Rachel and Ashley were the only 2 votes on Jimmy's side, and so he goes home. And yeah, it's very interesting what's going to happen after this point. By the way, my worst vibe pony is dead now.
I'm starting to feel like Jimmy is a bad vibe, but I feel like it's
that is who he is.
No, I feel like his bark is worse than his bite. I feel like he's actually he's a sweet soul. He's a good friend.
Aw. Yeah, I feel like he probably would have been very loyal to Morgan and Mickey.
Yeah.
Had he stayed. And he even said, he's like, I would have ran through a wall for you guys. You know? I love that expression, by the way.
I've never heard that before.
It's a very common sports expression to describe a good role player. That guy would run through a wall for you.
Derek White.
Yeah, literally. Anyway, so kind of a sad week. I feel like my first initial feeling was why. My second feeling was why? My third feeling was that's bad, man.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, interesting. At least somebody has made some sort of power move. You know, it wasn't a bad move. It was a bad move for her. I feel like because
I just feel like when we were talking about it initially, I just thought there was a scenario you could have put yourself in where you got no blood on your hands and you had no chance of anybody coming after you that wasn't already coming after you.
Right.
And there was a scenario where you made 3 enemies at the very least.
Yeah.
And you keep one person who's not directly on your side of the house in the house. Yeah, I just feel like she took on a lot of blood and a lot of risk for no reason, just to basically air out a personal beef.
Yeah, and it's okay, maybe she strengthened her relationship with some people that she's not currently working with. So she's a little bit further up than being at the very bottom of their totem poles, but she's still at the bottom of their totem poles in terms of who they're aligned with. Like,
yeah, just because they don't hate you doesn't mean they love you. So
yeah, it doesn't mean they're going to protect you. Like, you're still completely a viable option.
For sure. And I feel like she distanced herself from some of her allies while simultaneously, like, directly taking out a number for their side. So it's like it's just like a double negative, you know, because she's weakening her existing relationships in the house, and she directly removed a whole relationship.
Yeah.
So it's only gonna hurt her. Whereas, like, you know, even if she put up Vinny, like, I feel like there's more benefits. It's a higher risk, higher reward choice than putting up Jimmy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you risk alienating Morgan, but you get everybody who's in that room on your side.
Yeah. Plus, then it's like all of the people who were closely aligned with him are now looking to be newly aligned with somebody else.
Yeah.
Which could potentially be you. Because now they're like, oh, you got rid of this guy who I thought I could trust. I see you as like a friend, or you did me a favor.
And not unimportantly, you don't put it into people's heads that you're willing to put an ally in harm's way. You know?
Yeah, it damages your credibility when you put up Jimmy. So Jimmy went home. That was the week. Now what can we talk about?
Well, next up, we are going to be going through our as of right now, our week 4 power rankings. So we're going to be talking about basically like who's been playing the best game, who's in the best position. It's not necessarily like who's intentionally playing the best game.
Or who's the smartest.
Yeah, it's just like what scenarios do they find themselves in as of week 4.
Basically who we think is least likely to go home right now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's essentially it.
Who's least at risk of bye-bye.
Yeah. So, you know, without further ado, this is kind of an interesting point in the list because I think the obvious answer for the worst game being played right now is Keanu. But I think after the events of this week, I don't really think that's the case anymore.
Yes, and also like he's not even really playing the worst game. He's just really the most at risk because I do really
Well, that's what we're talking about is like who's like, you know, who doesn't have a solid position in the house right now.
I see him as like a good player. Not like a good social player, but he's very good strategically. He's always approaching people with deals at like a power of like at a point of safety. Like, I've won the veto, now let's work together. I'm not like just trying to change your mind. Like, I'm trying to work with you.
I think these two at the very bottom are kind of interchangeable, to be honest, because I feel like one person has the advantage of just being more knowledgeable about Big Brother and how Big Brother works. And the other person has the advantage of not having the ire of everybody in the house.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, at the bottom, 2 worst games, Kelly and Keanu, really interchangeable. I think Kelly is a little behind Keanu at this point, just because I feel like Keanu has kind of worn out everyone's rage, or like, you know, people are just less willing to put him up, I feel like, after this point because
he wins too much.
He wins too much.
If people will probably continue to put him up, but also like at some point you just have to expect that he's going to pull himself off, especially if he has 2 opportunities. Like, dumb.
It's just you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't, you know? So yeah, they're unfortunately at the bottom of the game. Kelly just doesn't know very much about the game. We think that, or do we know that she doesn't know very much about the game?
No, we know.
We know she doesn't know very much about the game, which is like totally fine. She's playing hard. Yeah,
at least she's not like, you know, doesn't know about the game and is not participating at all.
Yeah.
She's like, put me up, put me in. Like, okay, maybe you don't know that pawns go home, but at least you're participating and she's winning.
Yeah.
She's winning competitions.
Absolutely. I mean, she's not forgettable, which is like the worst thing we want out of a Big Brother player.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the next person we have, or the next kind of grouping we have.
Oh, well, wait. I don't know if we said like why Kelly's on the bottom. She just like, I don't know that she has a lot of like allies that will protect her, take her off.
Right.
Would not put her up. It almost seems like everybody's like, I expect to put you up at this point.
Yeah, I feel like her and Keanu have the same problem, which is that they got put up way too early.
Yeah,
and
too
then
many
now
times.
it's just become like Will is so lucky that he was able to break out of that.
Yeah, we'll see if that continues. I hope
Yeah.
it does. I love to see Will off the block.
Next up our leaderboard. So this is the 13, 12, 11th best position in the house would be Riley. And he would be higher had he not flipped out this week, you know?
Yeah, I mean, the good thing is we did see him apologize, and it seemed like he mended some relationships.
Right.
But it does also seem like he is very quick to throw a fit if something happens that he doesn't like. He's very like emotionally
Right.
not stable. He also has a weak spot of
He has
having
a budding showman.
a budding showmance with Catherine. Like that will put a target on both of their backs.
Right.
And
And
also,
it's already starting to. You
yeah,
know?
and we've seen that he's willing to put himself on the line also for her. Like it knocks you down a peg when you have somebody whose game that you're willing to like put above your own.
Yeah, because you have double the stakes. You know, you're protecting two different people, and he's not even trying to hide it. You know, he's very clear that the person he's most protective of in the house is Catherine.
Yeah.
And everyone knows it, and eventually it's going to matter. Eventually it's going to factor into his chances in the house, which is why right after him is Catherine, because of their association with each other, at a certain point, that's going to become a reason for people to start targeting them.
Yeah,
you know?
she's also just as much at risk for the same exact reasons that Riley is at risk, is that she's in a showmance, they're associated together, they'll become a target.
She just doesn't get along with all the girls, to be honest.
Yeah.
For someone who came in saying she's a raging feminist,
and then immediately aligned with like the most southern man.
yeah, I'm not gonna say what it's giving, but it's not giving feminist.
It's not giving raging feminist. She was not the raging feminist that Big Brother casted.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna say she's a bad person, but you know, if it looks like a shoe and it smells like a shoe, it probably is a shoe.
Damn, you called Catherine a shoe.
Yep. And next up, I feel like this man is going to be the topic of a lot of conversation in the coming weeks. Vince.
Yeah.
And he put himself in this position 100%.
Yeah. He's in the middle because it still remains to be seen. Like, you know, we're just kind of getting sprinkles of like he's in trouble, he's in danger, people are on to him. But we haven't seen him on the block yet. We haven't seen him, you know, become a target or become anybody's target. So we'll see, but he's playing a game that we've seen not work out for literally a single person on the show ever.
Yeah.
So it remains to be seen. We haven't seen him be anybody's target. We haven't seen him, but we're starting to see like sprinkles of people be like, I'm on to you.
Yeah, and I feel like in the next few weeks, we're going to see a lot of things focused on Vince, because there's one person I know for sure is targeting Vince, and that's Rachel. And honestly, she's like 3 people.
She is 3 people. She's very well insulated. She's starting to be less well insulated.
Sure, but that's also kind of her own doing. But anyway, Vince has kind of put himself in this position. He's not doing the I'm in everyone's pockets thing tactfully even. It feels like he's really doing it emotionally a lot.
Yeah. Like he really believes he's with all these people.
No, not like that, but like, you know, like in past seasons, there's been people who played this game, but they've been like more strategic about where they're giving information or why they're giving information. Vince is pretty much giving information every time he gets caught.
Yeah. He's like, oh, so sorry. Here you go. Information.
Yeah. It's not like something he's doing willingly sometimes. Sometimes it's just that he's playing sloppy and he has to give information out to buy himself safety for a little bit, you know?
Yeah, he does keep doing that.
Yeah. So I think he has a really weak game, and I had such high hopes for him. But he just he doesn't seem like he has a very big inner world, and he seems like he lacks like spinal fluid. Next on our list is Lauren, and she is smack dab in the middle of the list because that's what she is. She's mid. She's boring.
No, she's very mid. She belongs there. She lives there. She stay there. I don't have any thoughts or feelings about her game, and that's why she's in the middle.
She had a nothing burger week, but somehow still got blood on her hands.
Yeah.
It was weird. We forgot it, but also it left a bad taste in our mouth.
Yeah, and I don't want to see it again.
Yeah. We'll give you a chance to redeem yourself, girl. I know it's scary in there. A lot of people.
Go ahead. Sorry, I was
a lot of people of different shapes and sizes and colors, okay? Probably different from what you're used to in Lafayette, Louisiana, you know? By the way, we met a girl at a dispensary recently who said she was from fucking New Orleans.
Excuse me.
And she kind of talks like this. She talks a little bit like this. Oh, I'm from New Orleans. So if you're from New Orleans and you're watching this video, comment down below if you heard a bitch who sounds like that. And if that sounds like
us. Huh? She's gonna see this. I feel like she's gonna see this and she's gonna be like, I swear I'm from New Orleans.
We love beignets.
We love beignets and voodoo. We do voodoo. I do voodoo.
I don't even remember what we're talking about. Oh yeah,
talking
Lauren.
About Lauren. Maybe she's playing a game that's the type of game where you're dormant in the beginning and then boom, pow, you start winning and making moves. I don't know.
Like Kenzie.
I would love to see that, but we'll see if we see it.
We were kind of writing off Kenzie at the beginning of last season too. So honestly,
true.
We were like, this bitch is tall for no reason. Like she can't do shit, and then she ended up being a beast.
And then she ended up winning OTEV in one fucking round.
Yeah. So Lauren's next, and then at I'm not saying the numbers. Next up, we have Morgan.
Oh.
No, next up we have Mickey.
Yeah.
I made so many mistakes in the span of 10 seconds.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. Mickey is next just because she does have a lot of allies with Ashley, Morgan, and Will.
Yeah.
And that whole side of the house and Rachel and all of them. But
she's been able to use her and Jimmy's HOH week. Sorry to cut you off, but I just wanted to jump in real quick. She's been able to use her and Jimmy's HOH week to like gather a lot of allies, you know, to like really build a lot of strong relationships. So she's a really good social player. She did make a critical error this week, and that's why she's lower on the list than because I would have damn near put her first if she didn't put up Jimmy, you know?
Yeah, if she hadn't put up Jimmy, I think she ranks lower just because she's also damaged her own reputation and credibility in that house by putting up a very close ally.
Yeah.
It would make you question her to work with her.
For sure. And it's just like you turn a win-win into a lose-lose.
Yeah, she lost somebody who wasn't. Maybe he would have come for her at some point. Yeah, I mean they would have had to because at some point,
Big Brother. Yeah,
it could have been them last three. But he wasn't coming for her anytime soon.
Yeah, I think he would have went directly to the end with both of them.
I think so too.
But you know, alas, what's done is done, and Mickey has kind of she put a little dent in her otherwise perfect game so far because she was like giving me Chelsea vibes for the longest.
Yeah,
you know?
She conducts herself very well. I feel like in conflict, and I feel like she's got a good poker face. She has potential, so we'll see if she can recover from this. I also feel like she's also got some there's some damage on her relationship with her and Morgan. You know?
Yeah. I think there's some stuff that hasn't been spoken about.
Can't tell if they've healed all the way. It seems like they have, but not 100%.
Yeah. And appropriately, next that follows is Morgan.
Yeah.
The only reason why Morgan is above Mickey is because she hasn't directly gotten blood on her hands.
Yeah, she hasn't had an HOH where she's had to, do any damage. She has also other allies. I don't know how close she still is with Zach, but at least she has an ally in Vinny. That's like one extra person on her side.
Well, Mickey has Ashley.
Yeah.
So they both have their own
They
people.
both have other allies.
Yeah.
But Morgan's not at risk because she hasn't put up anybody and she didn't send home an ally.
And she also didn't invoke a power and take an HOH away from somebody else.
Yeah. I mean, Riley did yell at her for that and accuse her, I think, of knowing it.
But at the end of the day, the blame is going to fall on Mickey.
Yeah, ultimately, it was Mickey's action.
Yeah. So Morgan has, it's no fault of her own, been attached to a lot of this drama with Jimmy and Mickey and, all this stuff. So she has a little bit of dirt on her name, but she really hasn't done anything that I would think is she's been playing very carefully.
Yeah.
And she's been really good about keeping quiet.
Yeah. I think also they'll always be close on the list like at any point just because they're so closely associated.
Unless they have like a really public falling out.
Yeah, or one of them goes home.
Yeah. Well, yeah, then one of them wouldn't be on the list.
Mm-hmm.
You heard that. And next up, we have Rachel.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it. I don't know if it's fair to put Mickey and Morgan above or below Rachel.
I think Rachel should be below them.
I feel like Rachel just has a way bigger target on her head.
She does, but I feel like everybody is too scared to put her up because, like, why hasn't anybody put her up at this point?
Because Jimmy was here, I think. Jimmy was here. Jimmy wouldn't have put her up on his HOH.
Yeah. I just think, like, she was more well insulated when she had Amy and Jimmy. Now she's starting, like, not have as many allies, but she did form a final 2 with Ava. So
And that
she still has allies, but she's starting to lose allies and she's definitely becoming more vulnerable. But I also feel like people don't want to deal with like the drama of putting Rachel up, so they're just not doing it.
It is kind of strange seeing their side of the house, essentially the Rachel, Jimmy, Morgan, Mickey side of the house, win week after week and lose people on their side.
Yeah.
It's kind of odd, isn't it? Because they lost Amy and then they lost Adrian, who was kind of adjacent to their side.
Yeah, Adrian was kind of a free agent. He could have been really... I felt like he was drifting more towards the other side, though, with
Keanu's?
like Vinny and Keanu.
I always felt like whenever Keanu tried to talk game with him, he was really quick to shut it down.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah. So I don't know. It just feels like they're kind of cannibalizing their own side.
Really are.
But it's not really even their fault because the veto competition has really just been like a huge spur in their side. Not the veto competition, the blockbuster competition has just been a huge spur in the side of any huge alliance trying to take control. You know?
Stop putting up your own people also.
Well, everyone's fucking scared.
Yeah.
Everyone's scared to put up someone new.
Yeah. I mean, I think Rachel, I feel like them three are all kind of interchangeable.
Yeah, because they all have some targets on them. Mm-hmm. They've all sort of, demonstrated that they're competent in Rachel obviously has demonstrated she's competent, but they're all like people that people would be willing to work with. Mm-hmm. So they have upward and downward mobility, I guess, this is where the 7 or the Mickey to Rachel tier, this is kind of like where they lie.
Yeah.
And then the next group of people I feel like are just people who just don't have any sus on them.
Yeah.
At this point, who just don't have any targets on their back, no one immediately trying to hunt them, because even like, okay, well, let's go through them one at a time.
Yeah. Next up, we have Will, and obviously Will has been at risk week after week being on the block, but also like we saw when Riley was questioning everybody, immediately Will was like, well, we know I don't have the power. Like he has a level of credibility that will save him. I also think like we had no idea who was going to go home between him and Adrian. Both of them were so likable that it really was such a hard choice. I just think he has a level of likability that will also keep him safe, and he's aligned with like Ashley, Morgan, Rachel, Mickey, all of them.
Will, I think, is a good example of someone who's not playing so super hard, but is playing a good game. Mm-hmm. Like, I definitely don't feel like he's floating.
No.
I feel like he's very involved in the discussion. He's always in the room in every discussion. He's always there either giving, giving advice or kind of just like reacting to whatever's happening, which is a big part of just staying in the game, is just being involved.
Yeah, he's very quick to, fend for himself, fight for himself if he has to. Like, even though he's also trying to put on this like image of like, I'm an old man and I cannot win. He's also like, don't put me up. We've seen it like week after week. People be like, I'm so sorry, I have to put you up.
Yeah, and Will has like people who are legitimately loyal to him, which is not something that most people in the house can say.
Yeah,
like he has utter loyalty from Ashley and I feel like from Mickey.
Maddie also told me that there's like a new duo forming with him and Ava, which I would love.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, so he's involved, man. Let's go, old guy.
Yeah.
Let's
go, Will.
He's 50, dude.
He's 50 years old.
He's near. I can't say that. That's me.
No, he's not near death. He's doing good. He's still young.
He's crushing it.
He's crushing.
And now that I say all that, I feel like Zach
should be lower.
Yeah, should be below him.
Yeah, we can swap those.
Yeah.
So we'll swap those. We'll put Zach lower.
Because I feel like the only person who would really go to bat for Zach is Lauren. And maybe Morgan.
Yeah.
I don't think Jimmy would really, or not Jimmy, Vince would go to bat for anybody.
No.
And so I feel like Will actually has more solid backing than Zach. So
yeah.
I think, yeah. So Zach, then Will.
Yeah.
And, not much needs to be said about Milk Boy. He's just playing a very milk game.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely knows where the power is going and hops on that side. And I think he's got a good enough social game that nobody's really coming for him. And he is kind of able to play a more similar game to Vinny, where he's kind of aligned with both sides, but he's more aligned with the girls. So
yeah,
it's not quite the same.
He's not really passing information back to Keanu or anything like that.
No, he's trying to mislead one side, which is different. But I don't think he's got a lot of people who would save him.
Maybe he's actually playing a trickier game than I gave him credit for, because that is kind of like a tricky game to straddle the fence, but also mislead one side and throw them off.
Yeah, you know what? I feel like we've seen some maniacs do that. Some maniac geniuses. Paul's kind of done that. We'll see if I don't know.
Because I feel like he directly might have influenced Riley picking Ashley, and that might have been huge, actually.
Riley picking Ashley for what?
For when he was the HOH takeover, when he was interviewing people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I do think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is actually pretty huge. We should give him more credit for that.
Yeah, that gives him a couple points. Okay, well, Will and Zach are pretty much interchangeable. Yeah, they're both playing a very quiet, solid game.
Zach just also has the weak point of I'm doing anything for Lauren and I'm protecting her.
That's true. Okay, based on that fact, then Will goes ahead of him, because Zach has kind of a small. It's a one-sided showman's, because Lauren's I'm about my bag.
Yeah, she's I'm not doing anything till we're out of the house. I'm focused on the game.
Yeah, I love that, by the way. If you could just make an exciting, not even an exciting move, a move.
Yeah, just do anything next time.
Yeah, so it goes Zach, Will, and then next up we have Ashley.
Just accidentally is playing a good game.
Yeah.
She had a lot of drama happen in the first couple days, and now nobody's really. I mean, obviously she was kind of in the mix when people were accusing her of having the power. But I don't know. I feel like nobody's really threatened by her because she's so unintentionally dumb.
I think that's going to help her in the long run, inadvertently, the same way that being accused of Riley being accused at the beginning bought him many weeks of credibility with the whole house.
Yeah, I bought him a couple weeks.
Yeah, I feel like Ashley's in a similar situation where, because she was accused of having the power and then,
obviously didn't
and acted sus as hell the whole time.
Yeah,
everyone's just gonna be every time she acts sus, it's just her being her.
I feel like as long as she continues to do stupid stuff try to change her vote on live TV, if she could just do more dumb stuff like that in front of the house guests, because if I'm this dumb bitch is trying to change her vote on live TV, I'm not threatened by her at all. She doesn't even know how this works. You can't change your vote to Miss Julie Chen.
Yeah. And alongside that, she is just so well aligned in the house. She's very, very well aligned with Will and with Rachel, two people you really like having on your side.
Yeah, plus we've seen Mickey and Morgan go to bat for her to Lauren and be if you put up Ashley, several people will be upset. So she's very and we know that she can also win competitions. We've seen her win a veto.
She's smart. She's a smart gal.
She's smart somewhere in there. I believe she is.
She just has the benefit of being
a ditz.
A ditz, yeah. She's unintentionally disarming.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, she's in the second best place in the house. And who do we have as currently the best position in the house?
Number one, I feel like this is the second season, I think, in a row where I've accidentally ended up with the best player at number one in our list.
What you mean?
Because last year I had Chelsea.
Oh,
I
yeah,
feel like
yeah,
we
yeah.
ranked her pretty high on our list. I
We
think ranked
did.
her
We
number
did.
one.
We called that season pretty well, I think.
I think anybody probably could have called that season pretty early on.
I think a lot of people were thinking Tucker was going to go pretty far. Yeah.
Nah, I knew he wouldn't.
I know you knew. I didn't think he was going to go out then.
Yeah.
He just kind of. Anyway, that's a conversation for another day. I've never
Gives
seen.
a fuck about him. He's no longer relevant. This is this season.
I've never seen a person get extinguished before.
Yeah.
It looked like that season of Big Brother where Tucker lost his flame. It was like somebody had just.
He melted.
Yeah, put him out.
He melted.
So number 1 is Ava.
Yeah, accidentally, which like
I don't think accidentally.
I think because I also feel like she's also at risk not having a ton of like close allies. We did see her form a final 2 with Rachel. We're seeing her and Will start to become a duo kind of.
It's not like maybe not so many alliances have included her, but it doesn't mean she's not well aligned because the whole point of being in an alliance is to share information, and plenty of people are sharing information with her.
Yeah, and people are coming to her for information, so it seems like people really trust and value her.
Yeah.
She's got a really good social game going on.
Yeah, exactly.
She's an icon. She's a legend. She is the moment, and she's number 1.
Dude, if she came out after the show and was like, "Oh, I'm actually like not at all like this. Like I'm actually like very type A and like I'm not a klutz." I would be like,
I don't even know.
Goat.
I don't know what an aura is.
Yeah.
That would be incredible.
That would be so funny.
Love that.
But you know, she's just she seems to be on good terms with every single person in the house.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean that's a pretty good place to be.
Yeah.
Quick little check in with our pony race. Also, my pony died this week. He got turned into glue, but the glue wasn't sticky.
Yeah.
It was just mean.
It was mean.
So yeah, that was the week. And shall we play some games?
Yeah, game.
Damn, we're at an hour and a half already.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a big one.
We've chit-chatted.
Yeah, let's do some activities. Should we change it to activities time?
Activities time.
Let's do activities.
Activities. Activities sounds scary and creepy. Activities.
I know, but that's fun.
Activities.
All right. So first up, we're going to start with a draft, and we're going to be drafting the best Big Brother alliance from heroes.
Woo.
Whatever that means to you, whether that means in the traditional sense or in this new agey anti-hero sense, or in like the very commercialized, hollowed out, soulless Marvel sense, or in like the every mother is a hero sense, or in like the COVID essential worker sense.
Yeah.
Whatever sense of the word hero, we're drafting it. I went first last time. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, but I don't know if this count as hero, but in my heart and soul, it count as hero.
Okay.
If I had to draft a hero, I draft the hero responsible for the miracle over the Mojave, Nathan Fielder. Boeing pilot. King. Okay, he's my first pick.
That's really funny, but I really don't think he'd handle the pressures of the house well.
No, yes, he would.
He wouldn't be able to
Are you
rehearse.
kidding me? That's the most interesting social experiment alive. You're rehearsing for like real life.
Oh my God, you think you build a Big Brother set before he gets on Big Brother?
Yes, I think he would.
Let,
I made myself cry.
I'm gonna let you clean up before I say mine. That's great. That's excellent. I loved all of that. You're cleaning your face with our ducky. Damn. How am I gonna follow that?
I don't
I
know.
can't.
Die.
I can't follow that. Well, I guess for my first pick, I'll pick Jesus.
I feel like you picked Jesus so many times, actually.
Okay. Is it
You
wrong
also
for
picked
me?
him for your criminal.
Okay, Jesus is always on my mind. I'm sorry.
Jesus is the one.
Okay, if anyone is gonna have a lot of followers in the house, it's gonna be my boy JC.
Your boy JC.
And then for my next pick, I am going to pick all of the firefighters who worked at 9/11. Shout out to you.
You can pick all the firefighters.
Yeah, all of the firefighters who helped in 9/11 are gonna be in my alliance because they're heroic.
No,
and,
you only get to have
and
one
guess
firefighter.
what, dude? No, all of them. I picked the New York Fire Department for my second pick.
Okay.
Because I know the New York Fire Department would be good at comps.
Okay, I have to think about mine. That was so random. I have to think about.
Oh my god, I'm sweating. This is the funnest draft we've ever done.
This is so the most random.
I told you it could be hero in any sense of the word.
Yeah, but now I'm like, you just picked the entire fire department. Now I have to pick something insane.
No, you can just go back to whatever you were gonna pick.
I didn't even have a second pick. Just give me a second. Okay.
Okay.
I got another pick.
Okay.
I picked the guy from the movie Nope that works at the electronics store. Pick him.
Okay.
For my third pick, I pick America's Tire because they never let me down.
You pick America's Tire to be a part of your alliance?
Yeah, they always patch and plug my tires.
And they work on Sundays.
They never scam me, and they're open on Sunday. Yeah, I pick
Yeah.
America's Tire. Shout out them.
Hero.
I would never pick Pet Boys, okay? They will scam you.
I'm gonna pick some people for my next field. I feel like this is getting too off the rails.
No, I like it.
Okay, for my next pick, I'm gonna pick Tyler Hero.
Okay. There you go.
That's it.
Okay.
No justification needed.
Okay.
Yeah. And then for my next pick, I am gonna pick. What sense of the word hero have I not explored?
Ew.
Why is it ew?
I don't know. I'm scared.
Okay, for my next pick, I'm gonna pick Iron Man
Okay.
because I feel like my alliance is kind of brainless right now. There's not really anybody cooking up ideas or forming strategies. Nobody doing strategies. In my
Nobody
alliance.
doing strategies.
So I need Iron Man to come in
Yeah.
and be a brain.
Was that your fourth?
That was
your
my fourth. Yes.
Okay. For my next pick, I picked my grandma.
Aww.
She's my hero every day.
Aww.
Shout out, grandma.
Aww. That's your final pick?
No, that was my fourth pick. And for my fifth and final pick, I pick activist and author and Marxist feminist Sylvia Federici because she would read those bitches to hell. That's it. I'm done.
Yeah, we need a real feminist in the house.
Yeah.
All right. And for my final pick, right?
Yeah.
And for my final pick, I'm going to pick the concept of being a mother. Because every mother out there is a hero. Okay.
I like when we do games like this. I like when there are no rules.
Yeah.
What's our next activity?
All right. Next up, Adoria is going to be guessing the
I
Big
already
Brother
know.
player. Big Brother. Adoria is going to be guessing the Big Brother player based on the emojis.
What's emoji?
So first up, we got these emojis.
This is Dr. Will.
Yeah. I had to start you off on a freebie because I know these are kind of tricky, you know?
Yeah, they're hard. They're tough.
All right. Next up, we got
Lady Robot Celebrate.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sweating so much. Okay. All right, you got a guess, brother?
Okay. Okay, Queen Robot win. Queen win.
People watching the episode are just going to be like, why is he wet all of a sudden?
Okay. Queen Robot Celebrate.
What could the first emoji also mean? And what could the last emoji also mean?
Somebody who won. Somebody who winned. Who's a fucking robot in the house? It's all seasons? Does that also include this season?
No.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, but it's not from this season, I mean. I'll give you one more hint.
Yeah. Hint. Give me.
The middle is more, it's not robot, it's fembot.
Oh. Is this supposed to be Janelle?
No.
Fembot.
No, I made all of these skin tone appropriate to make it easier.
Oh, is it Taylor Hale?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, because you think she's like beautifully crafted. So she gives fembot.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
she just gives like, everything's perfect.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. Next up, we have this.
Oh,
Yeah.
Angela.
Damn, nice.
So I saw the avocado.
Yeah, that's kind of a giveaway.
That was a giveaway.
All right, next up, we got...
Chicken George.
You're crushing it.
Yeah.
You're killing it.
This is great. This is a much better feeling
Okay,
than...
I saved the last one for the hardest, though. Can I say that one more time? Not stupid?
No.
I saved the hardest for last.
Yeah. Okay, silly muscle. What is that flag? Where's that from?
I can't tell you.
Is it Puerto Rico? Oh, it's got to be somebody with muscles that's also stupid, or like silly, or silly goose mode. Silly goose mode muscles.
This one, I will not give hints.
Silly goose mode muscles flag. Is it? Who did I already guess one? No, I have 3 guesses, right?
Yeah.
Is it Jesse?
Nope.
Okay. Is it? Where is that fucking flag from? I do not know geographies.
I think you could probably get this with the first 2. That would be my hint to you. The third one will just, completely isolate who it is.
Silly goose muscles. Silly goose muscles. What? I'm trying to figure out who it is.
I want to give you a hint, but if I give any hints, it's going to be too obvious.
Is it Josh?
Nope.
Okay. Can I have a hint, please?
No.
Silly goose muscles. Okay, but you said it could include this season.
It could, yes.
Is it?
I told you no more hints.
Is it from the season? I was hoping if I asked you again, you would forget. No more hints. Is it Zay?
Nope.
Oh, who is it?
It's Matt Hardman.
Oh.
Crazy eyes. Muscular.
Is that the Filipino
Philippines.
flag?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you got 4 out of 5. I might have made this too easy. The Chicken George one I thought was going to take you longer. Was the chicken enough for you to tell it was Chicken
I saw
George?
the chicken and the old guy, and I was just like, what else would it be?
Yeah, Angela, the avocado gave it away, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll find it. I'll find the perfect difficulty level.
Yeah.
If I can get if I can stump you with 2, I feel like that's the perfect.
Yeah, I think 3 out of 5 was like good.
Yeah, 3 of them are. Yeah, we
Yeah.
should. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, long episode.
Yeah.
Hope you guys enjoy, and we love you.